Good morning and happy 2024. We're back. We took a little break off during the winter. Tiptoe's not doing as much. He's very chilled out. He's not hibernating, but we have quite a different routine during the winter time. For those of you who are new here, this is Tiptoe. He is my 22-year-old African sulcata tortoise. Today we are going to go over Tiptoe's current routine. Like I said, we are in winter. It is the beginning of January, so we have modified quite a bit of Tiptoe's activities throughout the day. That way we can, you know, best support his needs through these colder months. He is an African sulcata, so these temperatures are not necessarily his shtick. I mean, we're still in the 50s, so here is an overview look at Tiptoe's enclosure. He has all of this area to navigate around, play around in. We built him a little pool for him to do his daily soaks in. We have an eating area. Hi, buddy. Oh, yeah, that's not food, sweetheart. The main thing that we are worried about during the winter months is the temperature. Tiptoe is used to 80 degrees, 90 degrees, very, very high temperatures. He lives in a modified doghouse in our backyard that my grandfather built, and in his basking spot in the corner, we have 3 heating lamps and a pig heating pad that we keep on the lowest temperature to ensure that we're not burning his belly at all, but those have been extraordinarily helpful. On this corner, we have a little temperature gauge that connects to something that is inside of our house, so we can always be monitoring his temperature. We re-insulated the back side of his house last winter just because we felt that there was too much air coming in, so that double insulation has been extraordinarily helpful. At nighttime, we shut his doors, but they are light enough where if he has the desire to come out, he can come out at any time. You guys have seen him bust through his house, so these doors are easy to open, but this is where Tiptoe is spending a lot of his time this winter. Throughout the day, we've tried to maintain a temperature of 80 to 100 degrees inside of his house. This is what we call his basking spot. It's right underneath the lights, and it is the warmest part in his enclosure. This other side over here doesn't have any basking lights, so if he's in that corner and he gets way too warm in the night, he does have the availability to move to the other side of the house where there's no heating pad and no direct light above him, so he does have options. During the night, we do expect temperatures to drop, so as long as we stay above 70 degrees within his house, we say that that is good to go. Tiptoe is an outdoor tortoise, so we do not have to worry about having UVB lighting within his house because even during the winter, he does get outside and he gets UVB exposure from the sunlight, so we don't have to worry about that. But if you do have a tortoise that's moving in for the winter or you have a tortoise that is just inside, always make sure that you have your UVB. Look how cute. Hi, boy. Hi, boy. Tiptoe doesn't hibernate, but his activity does reduce significantly during the colder months. So we do adjust his diet to account for the reduced activity during the winter. Maybe not Tiptoe's favorite thing, but we definitely are cutting back. He just doesn't need quite as much food as he gets during the months when we're going on walks and we're out and about in town. So during winter, we make some cuts. He still gets his normal breakfast of a big pile of grass and hay from our front lawn with some calcium powder on top. Then later throughout the day, we like to include a dark leafy green. This is very typical for him, whether it be springtime, summertime, winter, anytime. He loves his dark leafy greens. Despite the fact that it gets pretty cold, we do need to make sure that Tiptoe is still staying hydrated. I would, of course, recommend to always have a fresh bowl of water out for your tortoise. We do that for Tiptoe, but he just has no interest. So during the colder months, we still make some time to get him into his tub. Tiptoe loves going into his bathtub, so it really makes it easy for us. We have it connected to our water heater, so it's warm water that goes in, and he will spend anywhere from a half an hour to 2 to 3 hours in here, which is great because he's able to keep himself very, very hydrated. One thing that I have noticed is his skin is so dry right now, like it's insane. But colder months, we have a little bit of wind, and that's just the motion of the ocean. Tiptoe is less active during the winter. However, we are finding ways to keep him entertained, keep him enriched, which is why I went on Amazon and I bought Tiptoe a bunch of plastic hard balls. I think these are great. We have blue, we have big blue, we have a little orange, and we have big red. Big red we've had for quite a few years, and he loves it. When we first got it, he was definitely more interested in it. He would push it around with his nose, try to eat it, it would roll away. It was quite the show. Here are a few things that we monitor throughout the winter months to ensure that Tiptoe is nice and healthy. I like to, 1, make sure that he is still eating all of his food. If his appetite changes, that's definitely a sign for me to keep an extra eye on him. We know he's a hungry boy, so any change in appetite is definitely something to keep an extra look at. Tiptoe's eyes are watering a little bit, which is a little bit of a concern to me. However, like I said, it's been cold, we've had some wind, so a little bit of watering isn't going to completely make me lose my mind and go berserk, but that was something that was a part of his symptoms of his respiratory infection that he had a couple years ago. I see that. I see that, King. Tiptoe is my favorite part of the day every day. Hi. Good morning, Diggy Bean. Our boy, Mr. T, is going to spend the next few hours soaking in his tub, getting hydrated. He ate his breakfast. He's gonna spend some time basking in the sun, and he will be putting himself to bed probably around 2 p.m. He is only outside of his house 4 to 5 hours a day during the winter. Granted, today is a beautiful day. We're in the 50s. However, if there's rain, he'll be inside for majority of his day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave any comments, questions, advice, anything you have in the comments. We read through everything, and it is super helpful in giving us ideas for new content, and we just love connecting with you guys, learning more about y'all. So again, happy 2024. We are so excited to continue to make fun videos for you guys this year. Tiptoe, say love ya. I promise he says it. Smooches.